Hi, thank you for joining us. The legal matters are what we're looking at on a Tuesday, and with all those details, here's Advocate Lance Brogden.
Thanks, Jeremy. Welcome to you all. I've had some mixed feedback on a number of the shows we've been doing. Some people prefer them to be more hard legally orientated. This is the law, this is the act, this is how it works, this is the procedure. Other people prefer more slightly arm's length from the law, but practically what goes on out there. So I've made this decision over the next few weeks is to vary it a little bit. But today is something that is facing us every second of the day. The legal result is quite simple, and I'll get to that later. But practically, it's con men who are walking amongst us. Obviously, with financial trauma that has hit all of us around the world during and post-COVID, looks like we're going into a global recession. Money is tight, and all of us are battling. So when an opportunity comes along for a quick win, we jump in. Now, let me share a few things. It's far easier for these con men and con women, and there are many of them, and they're very good, to take advantage of us because of technology, because of how easily we open ourselves to social media. We're all over. They can track us and see what we're doing and how we're doing it, and you don't know who they are. I mean, it's fantastic. Last week, I won the Nigerian lottery for the 5th time. And this time was a big hit. It was quite a few $100 million. And I'm happy to share it with all of you. But you've all won this ongoingly. So why am I bringing this up? It's because myself and my colleagues in the legal fraternity are visited by people saying, they took me for a ride. They got this from me. They got my information. They cleared half my bank account. Oh, I made a small payment towards this deal and they've disappeared. Who are they? So I felt it totally prudent to bring this up, okay? Firstly, if it smells like fish, tastes like fish, and looks like fish, it's probably fish. Okay. What I'm saying is, you know that these are shaky deals. Even if you've got a few extra rand lying around, be very, very careful how you visit this. People sending emails that says, "Dear all," to undisclosed recipients. I am Prince ABC from this town in Switzerland, and I really need to share out quickly this $500 million. It's all nonsense. Everything is nonsense around this. Please, I know at a moment in time it looks like they're focusing on you and you're going to be the escape and you're going to share the spoils. It's bollocks. There's nothing there, okay? It's to catch you to contribute. As I said carefully, this whole movement is becoming more orientated from the hard, rough, tough guy playing the game to very, very articulate, sentient men and women who know how to extract from you. They're very good at this. So what's the first thing I say we have to do here? Accept that these people actually think this is normal. This is their living. And it must be working because they keep on doing it. If these weren't working, they wouldn't be doing it. So people are falling for it. And we've all fallen for something, so we mustn't think we're that big and that brave. But it must stop now. We need to stand together and say, listen, we have to get out of this. So getting out of this doesn't mean trying to combat it and fight it on behalf of the authorities. No, you're going to get well screwed over, okay? Out of this means we just cut these people short as we go along, just ignore them and pass on the word, it's not real. So how do you recognize these people? Well, let me go back to something we did a while ago. They are narcissists because they actually believe what they're doing is cool, it's fine, but it's all about them, and all the rest of us is just a pawn on the board. And if we lose a few along the way, that's fine. But they're going to win a few. Very, very much. Okay. They will also, secondly, share some personal information with you often. This is who I am, where I come from, sad story, good story. Be careful. You don't know somebody who approaches you and meets you and has a chat to you and all this. Thirdly, those who actually want to meet in person will usually want to meet in a nice fancy hotel, and the bill's for you. Just let me tell you. Nice fancy hotel and have some good drinks and have some fun. Another thing they often bring up, and please don't misunderstand what I'm going to say now. They'll bring religion into it. Very commonplace. God bless you. I'm a religious person. I walk with God, and it's fine because I'm religious. I believe in, but They will use this very clearly without knowing you. They won't know your religious inclination, even if you got one or not. But they will play that card because for some reason as humans, even if we are a-religious, we trust in people religiously. I often say, well, my servant's home, he's a really great guy, he prays at the church. We all do this. We actually believe that so that is also used as a tool against us. Very, very often, what they will do to you is try and get into your personal information, find out more about you. There's nothing to do with these people. Please, guys, I'm just asking you nicely. We've got to walk away from this. We're getting caught again and again and again. What they will do as well is they won't offer you something small. They're going to offer you something big. Not millions, billions. They're going to offer you seriously big stuff in return for something small from you. But perhaps one or two of these are real. There's somebody in a situation, you meet them through somebody else, and there's opportunity. So what's the test? You ask them for something up front. If somebody says, look, we've got this big deal going down, there are hundreds of millions involved, etc., etc. You say, fine, so as goodwill, put 150,000 Rand in my account. It's not refundable, but that way, that can come off my commission later. Do that. See how the people who talk about the billions and billions, surely they got something in their pocket. So that's one way of testing it. Secondly, if you feel this is going in the right direction, there's an opportunity, check the credentials. Please check. You're allowed to go out there, and there's a lot of social media out there, a lot of ways of checking. Check references. You must check before you get involved in anything, even a good, simple business protocol practice. Somebody approaches me and says, listen, they're going to put in X. If I put in Y, we can go into this business together. Check it out. Take your time. There's no rush. This wasn't on the cards before this person approached you. But I understand these are tough times. Understand we're all short of cash. Understand the cost of living has gone through the roof, from fuel through to foodstuffs, through to every facet of life. But there are no really quick wins. If it's there, work on it carefully, apply your mind diligently, check it all out, and get something up front before you put too much time, effort, and your own resources behind it. In principle, where do we go from here? And this is not a legal topic. Obviously, if these people are found out in court, and they often are for fraud, etc., for racketeering, but that's another long criminal process. It's a criminal. You go forward. The police have to rely on the police to follow that through and take it to the cleaners, etc., etc. Yes, you can have some delictual claims. Yes, but at the end of the day, to find the people is very difficult because they weren't checked out properly. If they were checked out properly, you wouldn't have got involved. Bottom line, please stay away from these scams. Follow your gut feel. And if it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. Once again, you might just find a good opportunity, but check it out, apply your mind, and share it with your wife or share it with your husband and say, this has happened. Sometimes somebody close to you will quickly say, we don't have the time or the means to get involved there. Have a great week and a safe week, and stop letting these people screw with you.